Good evening. One moment can change a day, one day can change a life, and one life can change the world. Welcome to BMC News Live in English, brought to you by Al Hilal Hospital and Medical Centers. I am Vinod Narayan, joining you with the daily news updates. Today's headlines. Bahrain reinstated the travel red list, adding 6 countries. Ministry inspection in shops to clam violators. Mobile app launched for Indian Embassy consular services. COVID's new variant named Omicron deadly. Countries of the world close borders. Emergence of Omicron variant. India is rethinking the resumption of foreign air services. News in detail. Bahrain reinstated the travel red list, adding 6 countries. Bahrain has suspended flights and entry for travelers from 6 new countries, including South Africa, due to concerns related to COVID-19. Bahrain Civil Aviation Affairs reactivated the country's red list, in line with directives issued by the Government Executive Committee in response to recommendations made by the National Medical Task Force for combating COVID-19. The 6 countries on the list are South Africa, Namibia, Lesotho, Botswana, Eswatini, and Zimbabwe. Passengers arriving from red list countries are prohibited from entry, with the exception of citizens or residents of the Kingdom of Bahrain. Ministry inspection in shops to clam violators. The Ministry of Industry, Trade and Tourism officials inspected several shops in the kingdom, in line with efforts to tighten control and avoid exploiting customers with offers and discounts. The ministry said it had prepared an integrated work plan to cover shops and commercial markets, ensuring adherence to preventive measures and licenses. The move, the ministry said, aimed at avoiding incorrect or misleading offers and discounts. The visit also aims at ensuring COVID-19 preventive measures in light of the increased footfall witnessed in the markets. The ministry also warned legal actions against violators. IGS Smart Way discuss ways to promote smart cities in Bahrain. Information and E-Government Authority Chief Executive Muhammad Ali Al-Qaid welcomed Smart Way Consulting CEO Walid Khalaf and Vice President Dani Al-Rais to his office at the IGS Isa Town premises, where they discussed plans for cooperation. Smart Way is the organizer of the annual Bahrain Smart Cities Summit. The meeting included discussions on how to promote the development of smart cities in the kingdom and raise awareness of their many benefits among the public and private sectors, individuals and non-government organizations to help Bahrain keep pace with global developments. The Bahrain Institute of Banking and Finance launches 6 academies for IT and digital transformation. The Bahrain Institute of Banking and Finance has announced the launch of 6 learning academies for IT and digital transformation as part of the institute's efforts to support the government's recent economic recovery strategy, which prioritized training 10,000 Bahrainis and identified IT as one of the most promising economic sectors. Justice Minister participates in International Congress of Judicial Officers. Justice, Islamic Affairs and Endowments Minister Sheikh Khalid bin Ali Al Khalifa has participated in the 24th International Congress of Judicial Officers, themed Cyber Justice, New Opportunities for the Judicial Officer. The 4-year event was held here by Dubai Courts under the patronage of Deputy Dubai Ruler, Deputy UAE Prime Minister, Finance Minister and Chairman of Dubai Judicial Council, His Highness Sheikh Maktoum bin Mohammed bin Rashid Al Maktoum. The Justice Minister met his UAE counterpart, Dr. Abdullah bin Sultan bin Awad Al Nuyami, with whom he discussed areas of bilateral cooperation in the judicial and legal fields. Speaker stresses continuous cooperation between Islamic parliaments. Speaker of the Representatives Council, Fawzia bint Abdullah Zainal, the head of the parliamentary delegation participating in the 143rd General Assembly session of the Inter-Parliamentary Union, has stressed the importance of continuous cooperation between the parliaments of Islamic states in promoting joint parliamentary work and unifying stances and visions regarding various issues. Bahrain backs all global anti-terror efforts based on royal vision. Speaker of the Council of Representatives Fawzia bint Abdullah Zainal has affirmed that the Kingdom of Bahrain supports all international efforts to eradicate terrorism and extremism, based on the vision of His Majesty King Hamad bin Isa Al Khalifa to promote peace, tolerance and coexistence among all peoples and countries. She pointed out that the Kingdom continues to work tirelessly to combat all forms of terrorism and strengthen the pillars of security and stability through multiple plans implemented by the government, led by His Royal Highness Prince Salman bin Hamad Al Khalifa, the Crown Prince and Prime Minister. King Fahd Causeway marks 35 years. King Fahd Causeway, a series of bridges and causeways that link the island of Bahrain and the Saudi mainland, today celebrates 35 years of operations. The impressively engineered causeway, Bahrain's only terrestrial link with another country, is named after the former custodian of the two holy mosques, King Fahd bin Abdulaziz Al Saud. Work on the 25-kilometer long and 23.3 meters wide causeway was launched in 1981. As the causeway became one of the busiest links in the Arab world, drastic changes were introduced to ensure the smooth flow of traffic. Plans to build a second causeway, King Hamad Causeway, named after His Majesty King Hamad bin Isa Al Khalifa, are progressing. The new causeway would be used for passenger and freight trains besides vehicles. The railway lines will be part of the wider 2,170-kilometer Gulf Cooperation Council railway network. Bahrain completes 4th World Trade Organization review in Geneva. His Excellency Zayed bin Rashid Al Zayani, Minister of Industry, Commerce and Tourism, has recently announced that the Kingdom of Bahrain has completed the 4th Trade Policy Review of the World Trade Organization held at the organization's headquarters in Geneva, Switzerland. The minister explained that the kingdom had gained wide welcoming from WTO and member states following its presentation over a 3-day period, clarifying the most important procedures, legislations and government programs that directly reflect on the development of the trade environment in the Kingdom of Bahrain. Today's COVID updates. COVID updates brought to you by Al Hilal Hospital and Medical Centers. The Indian Embassy in Bahrain hosted the open house online. At the open house, Ambassador His Excellency Piyush Srivastava interacted with the members of the Indian community and found time to listen to employment issues. The ambassador then clarified the guidelines for resolving them, explained the updated travel and entry procedures in Bahrain, and thanked the Bahraini authorities and community members for their help in resolving the long-standing travel ban case of Hari Krishna, a Keralite who could not return home. Pankaj Nallur, Sunny Paul, Madhavan Kalath, Vinu Christie and others attended the open house online. After a long time hiatus, Babu Ramachandran, Bhagwan Asarpota, Sudhir Tirunilath, George Jarian, P.V. Radhakrishna Pillai, Councillor Attache, Priyanka and others attended the open house online along with His Excellency Piyush Srivastava and Second Secretary Ravi Shankar Shukla. Mobile app launched for Indian Embassy Consular Services. Indian Embassy in Bahrain launched a mobile app for facilitating consular appointment service. Appointments for attestation services, Tatkal passports and visa services are available through this app. In going forward, appointments are IVS. An outsourced agency for consular services will be included. The new app aims at making consular services more friendly and convenient to our community, said Piyush Srivastava, the Indian ambassador. Charity Festival showcased Bahrain's craft and heritage. Hundreds of people flocked to a 4-day charity festival at Bani Jamra, which showcased Bahrain's rich crafts and heritage. The second edition of the Tadakful Festival was organized by the Bani Jamra Charity Society at the village's Nasij Oasis facility and included a mini amusement park, bazaar for productive families, traditional handicrafts area, story corner for children, and a showcase of animals. Awareness bike ride for men. More than 500 bikers took at Bahrain's roads yesterday to mark Muampur and raise awareness about men's health. The event, jointly organized by Bahrain Bikers and Bahrain Motorcycle Club, saw the men and women ride from Hamala to Sakir and back. Now we will be back after a very short break.
All your favorite products under one roof in Bahrain. at 27-year-old Megamart and Macromart. Bakery, fresh meat and fish, fruits and vegetables, sweets and snacks, ready-to-eat foods, dairy products, grocery or consumer goods. To have a wonderful shopping experience, please visit your nearest Megamart Macromart branch. Megamart and Macromart, full of goodness.
The exclusive franchisee of Cochin Kala Bhavan in Bahrain. With over a decade of existence in Bahrain, exclusive online regular classes have started for classical dances, music vocal, instrumental music, cinematic dance, Kathak, Zumba body fitness, karate and yoga, drawing, arts and craft, children's theatre. For more information, please call 3909 6845 3909 4806 38 85 2397 or visit www.bahrainmediacity.com. IMAC, Cochin Kala Bhavan.
Welcome back. COVID's new variant named Omicron deadly. Countries of the world close borders. European adjacent countries have tightened controls and surveillance after the confirmation of the deadly COVID variety in South Africa. Countries such as the European Union, Germany, Italy, the United Kingdom, India and Japan imposed strict controls. The new variant has also been confirmed in Hong Kong, Botswana and Israel. Global stock markets plummeted following the announcement of the travel ban. Britain bans flights from 6 African countries. European Union to announce travel ban soon. Singapore bans flights from 7 countries. Italy has banned visitors to South Africa for 2 weeks. In India, the central government has directed the states to track down those who have recently visited South Africa among those who have recently arrived in the country. South Africa, however, responded that the travel ban could not guarantee the spread of the new variant. It is argued that the ban is ineffective because viruses already have the potential to spread elsewhere. The medical community is undergoing intensive testing to see if the South African variant can survive the current vaccines. Britain said on Friday that the newly identified coronavirus variant spreading in South Africa was of huge concern and considered by scientists to be the most significant one yet found, as it could make vaccines less effective. The UK Health Security Agency said that the variant called B.1.1.529 had a spike protein that was dramatically different to the one in the original coronavirus that COVID-19 vaccines are based on. The World Health Organization has warned that widespread travel bans will not work after reports of the new COVID variant. A spokesman for the World Health Organization said after the emergency meeting that the situation was being monitored and that the new virus was undergoing major variations. Emergence of Omicron variant. India is rethinking the resumption of foreign air services. Prime Minister Narendra Modi has asked the government to reconsider the resumption of international flights. The launch of the airline is being considered in the wake of the spread of the new variant of COVID-19, Omicron. The proposal was made by the Prime Minister at a meeting chaired by him in the context of Omicron. Earlier, the Ministry of Civil Aviation had said that international flights from India and back would be resumed on December 15 with conditions. UAE suspends entry of travellers from 7 African countries. The UAE General Civil Aviation Authority and the National Emergency Crisis and Disasters Emergency Management Authority have announced the suspension of entry for travellers and transit passengers from South Africa, Namibia, Lesotho, Eswatini, Zimbabwe, Botswana and Mozambique. This includes suspending of the entry of travelers who were in these countries 14 days before coming to UAE. Flight operations will continue to transport passengers from UAE to these 7 countries, Emirates news agency said. The GCAA affirmed that the UAE nationals, diplomatic missions, official delegations between UAE and the 7 countries, and golden residence holders are excluded from this decision. UAE citizens are prohibited from traveling to South Africa, Namibia, Lesotho, Eswatini, Zimbabwe, Botswana and Mozambique, except for the country's emergency treatment cases, official delegations and scholarships. High viral load discovered in Hong Kong pair carrying Omicron strain. 2 individuals in Hong Kong known to be infected with the new Omicron variant of COVID-19 have reportedly been discovered to be carrying a high viral load, prompting concern about how effective current vaccines will be against the variant. Pharmaceutical companies work to develop vaccines against Omicron. Work is underway to look at tweaking vaccines against the new concerning strain of coronavirus that has sparked travel bans. The variant Omicron is designated as a variant of concern by the World Health Organization, has reached Belgium after being discovered in South Africa. With that, we come to the end of today's news. Stay tuned for daily news updates in BMC News Live English at 7:30 p.m. every day. I'm Vinod Narayanan signing off from BMC News Live. Good night.